What is going on, everybody? Today we've got the 2020 Polaris Ranger out here. We've got a beautiful spring day and we have some bad front CV axles. So what we're going to be doing is switching those out for some new ones. This machine has around 1900 miles on it. So if you guys want to let me know how many miles you're getting out of CV axles. I purchased this machine recently and don't know the history of how it was used in the front here, but let me know if you're getting more than 2,000 miles out of your CV axles. Anyway, we're going to be switching these stock Polaris units out for some Rhino 2.0s. So let's get this thing jacked up, tires pulled off, and get after it. The outer boot here is tore, and that must be where it's clicking from. So get this nut off of here and start pulling stuff apart. All right, the size to take this axle nut off was 1 1/16. And I've got a 15 millimeter here. I'll use that to pull the caliper. Some blue Loctite on those. All right, now we're gonna pop off the upper ball joint from the upper A-arm, and that is also a 15. What's up, buddy?
Daddy.
What's going on?
What you doing, Daddy?
Working on this. What are you doing?
Daddy, what?
All right, we've got the upper A-arm loose from the spindle here. Now I'm going to pull the tie rod loose from the spindle, and I'm going to use an 18 millimeter for that. Look at that, falls apart. All right, here's our bad joint. So let's see if I can get this axle out of here without moving this A-arm. Because to pull straight out on it, this A-arm is kind of in my way. Might be easier to move it. 15 millimeter for the lower shock. Sway bar. Alright, now we have a much better angle. Oop. Pulled the axle apart. Not cool. Alright, let's get my axle popper. Alright, I'm going to stick the axle popper in there. You gotta be careful with these things so you don't break the front differential case. If I can get it in there, we'll see. That is PB Blaster. It's a lubricant.
What?
PB Blaster, it's a lubricant.
What do you do with it?
You spray it on stuck bolts. Watch out. You got this out. Oh, I had to spray it on the end of this axle. This axle right here. That's where I sprayed it. See how it's wet already?
Oh.
Yeah, it helped it slide out.
Is that over here?
So after this axle pulled apart in the joint right here, I got out the axle popper, which is basically a axle pickle fork.
What?
Put it between the case there. You can see some marks on the case, but the case is fine. And the axle here. And after a little bit of popping it in there with the hammer, twisting the axle, spray a little more PB on there, pound it in there, rotate the axle, do it again. Eventually this popped out. So. And by the way, this axle part number is right here, 1332637. Whether or not that's important, I don't know, but that axle end is shot, and so is that one now.
That's where I press the button.
Don't do that right now. We don't need that in there.
To.
So now we're going to put some anti-seize on those splines on the inside of the front differential, and we're going to see if the new axle fits. You going to help me?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, here's the replacement axle, Rhino 2.0. There you go, you can see the shaft is larger. Hopefully those joints are a little stronger. Looks more beefy altogether here. This thing is pulled apart, so it's going to look a little bit longer. Which it is currently a little bit longer, but we're going to put some anti-seize on these and some on the other end to make sure that it doesn't get stuck if you ever have to get in there.
Hi.
So let's go get that. I'm gonna wait to do this until I get that end in so I don't get it all over myself. Slides right in. Well, this is gonna go down in here.
I wonder if I'm gonna use this.
Put it over down.
No,
It's wasting.
I wasn't even spraying it. What was that stuff?
This is the anti-seize. It keeps it from getting stuck.
Anti-seize.
Nope, it keeps it from seizing up.
Anti's up to seize.
Let's start this axle nut. And we'll get our ball joint bolt. Rob, why don't you help me? Put this bolt in.
Yeah.
When I tell you, you put it in this hole right here, okay?
Okay, can I put it in?
Not yet, when I say. Okay?
Put it now?
Yep. There you go. Perfect. Thanks for the help. Can I help you with another one?
Yep.
Yep. All right, here's one.
Well, I
Come
did
back, go back where you were.
Where?
Go back where you were.
I told you I would help you before.
Okay. Get the sway bar hooked back up.
Now what do I do?
I'll show you in a sec. All right, you go back to this bolt. And put it through that hole once we get this lined up.
Where is this bolt? Is this the same kind of bolt that was in there?
Yep. All right, put it through there.
Here?
Yep. Wiggle, wiggle. Push. Push. Just tap on it with this hammer.
Oh, we got it.
Oh, other side's not lined up. There we go.
Tackles didn't work again.
Nope, you should be able to push it through.
Nope, the tackles didn't work.
There, tap it. Real soft. A little harder. There you go. Alright, there it is. Axle is in. It's mounted. We just have to tighten all the bolts back up. Got the sway bar bolt back through, shock bolt back through. We have to put the tie rod back on here. Tighten up the upper spindle bolt and put the caliper back on. Tighten up the axle bolt, put the cotter pin back in. So let's do all that and then we can throw the tire back on. Alright, axle is in, calipers on, upper ball joint, tie rod, sway bar, shock. So, changing that axle was really easy. Let's do the other one. Alright, there she is. Front axles changed out to Rhino 2.0s. Stock ones were junk, clicking away. CV boots were tore. Now we should be good to go to put in 4x and hold it pinned. Pretty easy job. Just pulled tires off, a couple 15mm and 18mm for the tie rod. And I don't remember what the axle mod is, 1/8" or something big, but either way, it's pretty easy, pretty quick job. I did it in about an hour here, so toughest part, one of them was stuck in the front diff a little bit. That took most of the time, but once I had that out, no big deal. Don't be afraid to do it yourself. Thanks for watching.